Now, there's a different category. There's a category of those who don't commit jihad, who don't follow the Quran to the letter, who don't even represent themselves as radical Muslims. Most people refer to them as moderates or reformers. I would like to make it clear on my personal experience and expertise, there is no such a thing as a moderate Muslim or a reforming of Islam. However, they do exist to make the world a safer place for Islam. What do I mean? Here's how it works. A Muslim who's reading the Quran and is hoping for a spot in heaven of Allah, the creator of Islam, will go and commit a jihad. So, Islam just slapped us non-Muslims in the face with one hand. Then another Muslim comes out and gives us a hug and sympathizes with our pain, saying, I'm so sorry for what happened to you, and condone radical Islam. And this person was not a true Muslim, and this person had nothing to do with Islam. So the cherry picking moderate / reformer / whatever they call themselves makes the world a safer place for existence of Islam, because the confusion that was just created is enough space and enough safety for Islam to continue on rotating and doing what needs to be done, which is conquering. Let me prove my point of why this cherry picking cannot happen, why reforming cannot happen. Let's open the Quran together. Let's go to chapter 2, verse 11. Chapter 2, verse 11 says, and when it is said to them, do not cause corruption on the earth, they will say, we are but reformers. Allah taught about possibility of someone claiming to be a Muslim who will try to reform Islam 1400 years ago. So Allah sent down a verse on chapter 2, verse 11, getting ahead of them, saying, those who try to reform Islam are creating corruption on earth. They are not considered Muslims within Quran under Sharia in eyes of Allah itself. However, they are creating enough confusion within Western civilization. Let me tell you why I say Western civilization, because we need to always exclude Islamic countries from the conversation. Reason: in Islamic countries, there is no talk of reform, there is no talk of moderate, because if there is, government will arrest you, put you in prison, and hang you and kill you. So we're just left with Western civilization, where Islamic ruling is not the constitution of the country. So we have these two categories, playing with our minds and using and abusing our lack of education on the subject of Islam as a religion of peace to get to the finish line, which is the Islamic conquer. I hope you all stay with me here, and I hope you're sharing this live feed, because it is very important for everyone to understand what we are facing. So the system basically is, there is an Islamic attack, there is a person running or driving or whatever the case might be, screaming Allahu Akbar. Everybody's familiar with that phrase, Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest. in the cause of Allah, killing innocent non-Muslim, and right after that, there is the denial scenario where all the suit-wearing leaders come out denying that this had anything to do with Islam. This was just an individual who misunderstood Islam and was radicalized. And then after that comes the warning, right? Comes the warning of do not attack Muslim community, do not criticize Islam. This is where you can easily see through this confusion. So the first person who killed innocent people had nothing to do with Islam. However, I will warn you, I being the individual who's denying the connection, I will warn you that if you attack Muslim community, if you criticize Islam, we will have to retaliate. Again, nothing I'm telling you right now, it's new. All of this has happened. Every time there's an Islamic terror attack, there is Islamic attack, then there's the denial, there's press conferences, and our hearts and prayers goes to victims' family, but we are so worried about Muslim community because now they're going to get attacked. We are worried that Islamophobia is going to get spread. Basically, the scenario completely changes and comes back to watch out, don't attack Islam, and don't attack us. And again, I go back to this is specifically happening for lack of education. Moving on, it is important. It is very important to understand the concept of Islamic conquer, Islamic jihad, or Islamization is what I call it. Are all Muslims interested to try to conquer Western countries or cultures? No. But as I said, every conquest, every conquer, as Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam himself said, divide and conquer. So every conquer, every single one of them has a process. Not everybody can be a jihadi, right? If they all become jihadi, they all die. So what's the point? There are different steps. There are those who make the world safer place for Islam, as I explained. Then there are those who support, financial support. They support the jihad. And then there are the jihadis on top who go and commit the jihad. So the answer would be yes. Yes. At the end of the day, the goal is common. Conquer the entire Western, Eastern, Northern, Southern cultures, so everything becomes Islam.